Right, we've had a cup of tea, we're refueled, ready to go again. This is part 2 of our Cheltenham preview. Again, if you saw the last part, congratulations to all the winners that won the tickets. Let's all hope we all have a good festival.
Indeed.
So on the second part, we're going to look at days 3 and 4. So to start with, lads, day 3. We're rolling on to day 3. We're going to look at the Close Brothers mares, the Paddy Power Stayers, and then the Ryanair.
The Ryanair.
We'll start with Ryanair, but that's the 3 we're going to cover. Like I say, as you said in the other video, there's always other races, but we just try and keep it a bit to the point as much as we can, and then just concentrate on the big races, one for a better word. Yeah. Not that we don't enjoy it all, but, you know, like I say, there we go. Right, so starting with the Ryanair then. What do we think then, lads?
Jamie, you got your opinions?
I think John Bond, for me, is an age of 10. I think with where it's the Queen's mother, it's a bit too short for him. I think now he's getting on. He likes the step up in trip, and you can tell that he likes the step up in trip. When he was running Ascot, winning that. I mean, it's not got a great stat for Cheltenham, but I think stepping up will do a world of good for him. And I think obviously with a shorter distance, it will take you rushing him off his feet, sort of thing, like in the Queen Mother. But this here, he can take his time, jump his fences, and go wherever he wants to go. But for me, I think John Bond, and even I think he's a big price. I think for the Ryanair.
9-2 at the minute. Well, best odds 9-2. Anyway.
He would have shortened because of last week anyway, wouldn't he? So last week, I think you're right. He was quite a price. What's anything caught your eye, Glenn?
I'm probably going to side with Gaelic Warrior. Obviously, Factor Foal has an entry at the minute. I don't know if we're any closer to knowing exactly.
I think he'll get supplemented for the Gold Cup.
Yeah, my notes say, assuming Factor Foal go GC Gold Cup.
But if he doesn't go at the Gold Cup, I think Factor Foal will be very, very hard to beat in the Ryanair.
I mean, I like Factor Foal full stop anyway. So, but I also like Gaelic Warrior. I've been a champion of Gaelic Warrior for some time now. I think if you take Factor Foal out of it, I think Gaelic Warrior for me. I don't really know what to say about John Bond, to be honest, because I've been so fortunate to see him so often and be up close and personal, whereas others don't get the opportunity. He's such an amazing horse, such a lovely horse. I don't know.
He's never been out the first 2.
No, I know. I don't know whether at his time of his career, I don't know whether he can go again. You know what I mean?
I mean, he looked like it with his cheek pieces on, and when he won at Ascot,
it did. But he always wins well at those places. He never seems to
like Sandown, Ascot.
I mean, I completely agree with you. We've all had the pleasure of seeing John Bond. We've all had the pleasure of seeing him win.
Yeah.
As well as just in his box at Seven Boroughs. Yeah. But there's a hoodoo with the Cheltenham Festival that it doesn't matter how many just 1s and 2s he's got. Most of those 2s are because he can't win at the Cheltenham Festival.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. That in itself is just a fact. There isn't. That's not an opinion.
No.
That's if you look at that.
Yeah.
He can win at Cheltenham at certain points. He can't win at the festival. That is.
Yeah, you
that's
can't
not
hide.
arguable.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not.
It's stone cold fact. Exactly. Yeah.
But which is a shame because if there was a horse out there that deserved the Cheltenham Festival win,
100%,
it would be John Bond, Nicky, and even Nico. You could do you know what I mean? That combination of 3. It would be nice to see. But I think I'm in agreement with you. I think Gaelic Warrior, I think Factor Foal surely has got to be supplemented for the Gold Cup after winning the Irish. Gaelic Warrior, yes, run very well in the King George when considering most of that King George field is going to go to the Gold Cup. So, we don't know, but surely if Mullins was smart, you'd put one in the other.
Yeah.
It's what he does. And if that is the case, an 8-year-old Gaelic Warrior beats a 10-year-old John Bond at the Cheltenham Festival.
I think so, but
I think in behind it would be quite interesting. I think Firefox is a decent shout. I think Elliot at 20s would be my other. But then again, this will ask in there as well.
Now, Fizzleclass will go to entry.
I would go straight to entry. Right, okay, fair enough. Like I say, Gaelic Warrior for me. I think at a price that I would take early doors would be Firefox, 20s. But Gaelic Warrior, I think, with Factor Foal going Gold Cup beats John Bond.
Yeah.
in this. Personally.
What about Ile de Tom's got an entry?
Well, it's difficult to dismiss this horse, but I don't know where.
He'll go
or will they go Queen Mother?
I think we're looking at the betting. It's quite close. The top could go. I reckon we'll go to the Queen Mother. Personally,
some interesting names floating right there as well.
Yeah, there is.
Emperor Passe and horses like that. But again, we're talking about the Mullins bloody.
So for you, you're Gaelic Warrior.
I am Gaelic Warrior. Yeah,
I'm John Bond. Right, that's it. Done and dusted on that one.
Okay, all right. So what do we want to look at next then? Shall we save the stayers and
save the stayers? Yeah.
All right, well, we'll go on to the mares then. Well, obviously, again, I think this all depends on the Champion Hurdle lineup, really, doesn't it? If Lossy Mouth is in there, then I'm on Lossy Mouth all day long.
Yeah.
If not, I believe Woodhoo is in there.
You're a big fan of Woodhoo.
I am a bit, yeah. I've been following Woodhoo for a while now. So yeah, that's quite straightforward to the point, really. If Lossy's not in it, I'm on Woodhoo. If not, then I think nothing can beat Lossy Mouth. But
I can see them two coming up in the Cheltenham Hill. In the final, final third. But things do happen. But I like to see them two battling that.
It would be a good.
But for me, I would say Lossy Mouth because that is the distance is fine for her, and also I'm not making it as a bottle job for going for the Champion Hurdle, but it's down to obviously with the owner. He says what he wants to do, but gives her a black type, and also she'll be a valuable mare in the breeding sheds, just like with Honeysuckle. At the time. So I think it'll be if don't the mares don't stand out will be Lossy Mouth, but Woodhoo is a interesting one with Gordon Elliott, but I'd say Lossy Mouth for me.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you, I think I'm in the same boat as Perry, you two. I think
no, I'm not against all the rest of them. I think they're perfectly good.
Yeah,
but they're in that particular race because they've got ability and everything. But I'm not going against them. But they're rubbish. They're not all rubbish because they're in the Cheltenham. They're in the Cheltenham Festival. But Lossy Mouth.
100%. Well, I've got to be honest with you, it's not a competitive one, neither really is it, because if we look at the listings as it is now, like we said, we do assume Lossy Mouth will go.
Yeah.
Woodhoo, we know will go. Brighter Days Ahead will more than likely go champion. Golden Ace will go champion. So you're taking out three of the top 5 betting anyway.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So, yeah, I think as far as races go, it could be quite an open shut case when Willie Mullins decides to stop playing bingo and then ticks the box for the mares and Lossy Mouth goes there. So, yeah, I think Woodhoo will definitely put it up to her because that's a gutsy horse and doesn't give anyone an inch. Do you know what I mean? So we'll run to the line. I just, like you said, Lossy Mouth at Cheltenham, I think, is a different kettle of fish in this sort of race.
Yeah.
Personally.
In
that one?
Okay, fair dues. Right, so then we talk about the stayers then.
Favourite race.
Who do we like in the stayers then, lads?
Favourite race at the Cheltenham Festival. I think this is a very tricky one this year. I know everyone's obviously got TFU. Honesty Policy is... I've gone really heavy McManus this year. I think Honesty Policy for Gordon Elliott... Well, actually, the two that I like is Honesty Policy and Impost Trois. Both JP. I think TFU's there to be shot at again. If I'm honest, I do. I think he's a very good horse and has proven this year that he's obviously back to a good bit of form.
Yeah.
But I think Honesty Policy is Gordon Elliott's kind of not a banker because I suppose there's never a guarantee in this. But I just think he, I think he beats his stablemate this year round. I do. I think Bob Ollinger, I think age might. I know we said that last year and he was a 10-year-old and he steamed up the hill like it was no one's business. Yeah. I think add another year onto that and chuck in a couple of 6-year-olds, I think is a different kettle. So for me, Honesty Policy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again?
I've actually put down Bob Ollinger.
Ooh.
No, I don't. Again, this is a stayers.
Yeah.
So actually, ages.
There is.
I'm just saying, at some point, like we mentioned a couple, like Father Time catches. But,
yeah, he does. Yeah,
But with that horse proved last year that actually Father Time's got a long way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. As I say, the old saying, age is just a number sometimes, isn't it? You know? I think again, like being proven a bit wrong as well, but you know, let's say I haven't been the biggest Tearpoo fan, yeah, I think Bob Ollinger, like you say, proved it last year that age is just a number, and it obviously looks like the same thing they're going to do again. So if they were confident enough to do it last year and they won it, why wouldn't they be as confident enough to go down the same road again?
Yeah.
So Bob Ollinger for me.
Marchand 2 for me. I would imagine Emma Lavelle, and I think Harry Cobden will be riding him for definite.
Will he though? Because there's a couple of JP horses.
Yeah,
in there,
but I think I don't think he'll be riding exactly with JP's, but I
know he probably won't be on there, but I was thinking
his contract. I know he has ridden a few, but his actual contract will be in May time, won't it? So from there, but you know, Traders won this with Paisley Park, who I think, which I've backed before. I think he's improving. He's a 7-year-old improving. Okay, he had a bit of a blip at Haydock, finishing 12th, but everybody knows that, you know, they always bounce back the next time, just like with Hattie Colours and Confusion and things. He beating Electric Mason by 2 3/4 lengths on the in the Potemps network on the 21st of October. And he beat Ace of Spades in the Class 2 race by 1 1/4 lengths. You know, and was impressive beating Impostoir 7 lengths. So that's for me. But Marchand 2 is for my selection for me. But there could be a very joker in the pack, and it could be Flooring Porter as well.
Flooring Porter, I was looking at Flooring Porter, home by the lead.
Home by the leads, he's getting on.
And Hewitt, but then again, so's Bob Ollinger.
Yeah, but I mean, like Dolly the Great, he ran well in the stayers, didn't he? And then you got what was it, Buddy One? He's been going over fences, and now he's reverting back to hurdles. I mean, he was fourth. He was 4 from 4. Flooring Porter going over the fences, and he got well beaten. But if he goes back to, you know, back to his hurdles, I think he'll be of a joker in the pack. Flooring Porter as well. Things do happen. Big prices do win.
Yeah, stayers is a lovely competitor.
So but Marchand 2 for me. Even if it's a big price each way.
Okay, all right. Well, that's wraps day 3 up, really. That sounds a bit short and sweet. It's not the best day, I suppose, is it? Really,
it's interesting.
You've got a few handicaps who are quite interesting on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, true. Let us know if you know any in that you like. All right, so we move on to day 4 then, festival. So we're going to start with the Triumph.
Yeah.
Okay.
By all means.
I'll kick us off then. I've gone for Precious Man. 20 to 1. Not big price. It was a couple of days ago. Looks to be improving. Was second in the trial.
Okay.
That's what caught my eye. As I say, nice price or biggish price at 20s. That was, was when I wrote my notes a few days ago now. But have you got anything then, lads?
I like the Skelton. Is it Maestro Conti?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I think this is a nice open triumph. Obviously, was it a couple of weeks back, or was it beginning of the year, January time, where he won at Cheltenham? Again, this is a relatively lightly raced horse and unexposed horse, but then again, a lot of them are in this, aren't they? So, look, all 4-year-olds. So it's an interesting one, the Triumph, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't really know what you're getting from a lot of them. And you've got a bunch of 4-year-olds running.
And also you get like 100 to 1 shot.
It's still going to be a very open race. I think Maestro Conti, again, I don't look at the Skelton team going there this year. We haven't really mentioned too many. No, Susan, but we haven't really pinpointed a stronghold that we would hope that he would go into this, especially with the Trainers' Championship up for grabs. But long way to go. Maestro Conti for me, unbeaten at the moment as a 4-year-old, obviously, but course form when I look at younger horses. He's run at Cheltenham. It fills me with a bit more confidence as opposed to sending something there that hasn't and is a lightly raced 4-year-old. Maestro Conti to me 8 at the minute. So,
fair enough.
Jamie,
what about you then, Jay?
There's a couple that I like in the Triumph. One horse town ridden at Kempton yesterday, finishing second. Trained by Harry Derham. He's got form over with at Cheltenham, which is always a positive thing. Ground conditions at the track would be good, good to soft or firm. He did, like I say, finish second place behind Maestro Conti, and he kept on well from that run. So from that one, and the other one is an A Nickel trainer, Milena Study, unbeaten from 2 races, one at Wetherby, beating Amherst by 3 1/4 lengths, 2-mile listed race, and then he won the Triumph Trial, beating Western Junior, and I think Western Junior could be going to the Fred Winter by 6.5 lengths, where he, and I think that the ground would be no problem, even on good or good to soft. I'm hoping it's going to be good or good to soft.
I reckon it will be at this rate.
I'm hoping it's going to get dry up a bit at Cheltenham. The other one is a Willie Munnings Proactive. I do like that one, even though he's favourite. Even though he's favourite. Only 2 runs. One well at Fairyhouse, beating Macho Man by 2 3/4 lengths on yielding grade. So it'd be interesting if he copes with the Cheltenham course. But those are the 3. And if I would do with an each way because of a bigger price, it's going to be either One Horse Town or Milena Study, I think. But I do like One Horse Town, even though yesterday where I was at Kempton, the Dan Skelton horse that fell sadly passed away. He picked up the pieces for second place. Like I say, he's got Cheltenham course form, and I think that's what you need for that. But there's going to be a few interesting few dark horses. You've got Lord Byron now. If it goes soft or good to soft, or even soft or heavy, he's got a chance. He finished quite well as well.
What's your one for the graphic?
For the graphic, One Horse Town.
I was going to say, there was about 8 there, so I thought Glenn's going to go mad trying to find 8 horses.
It was WhatsApp me going, what did you actually mean?
I have to find about 10 silks at least 10 silks every race. Okay, all right. Well, let's wrap that one up. Let's move on to, I've got it on my list here, as the Hill County Hurdle handicap.
Yeah.
I had Alexi down originally, but obviously that might be supplemented if we
Cheltenham out.
Champion Hurdle, yeah. So I had that down as a bit of a punt, but I also was looking at, or I started a joke. You'll have to forgive me.
Oh
yeah. About 12 to 1 at the minute.
I was going to say Reeves about his joke.
No, it's not a joke.
An Irishman, a Scotsman, and an Irishman.
It is an horse. Yeah. I didn't have a lot written down, to be honest. It just went on, but it's been in some decent form. Was second at Leopardstown to Bowen's on Fire, who's been in good form for Gordon Elliott. It's not like a big name trainer per se. But yeah, like I say, he's got some form over the distance. So yeah, I sort of thought maybe a bit of a better price might be one to look at. What about you, lads?
Joe?
I've backed one here for anti-post, and it's Bowen's on Fire.
Oh, okay.
Won well on in the DRF, and when he had the interview, went right, he'll be straight going to the county hurdle, and I quite like that. The confidence, and I just backed him each way. I don't know what I got on the anti-post with Sky Bet, but
but see, that's interesting, isn't it? Because like that on that day, Bowen's on Fire was 1 3/4 lengths ahead of I Started a Joke. But yeah, Best Odds Guarantee
has I Started a Joke as a shorter price.
Yeah, they've got it down as I Started a Joke as at 12s, and then Bowen's on Fire at 16. So yeah. It gives that dartboard. I'll have a throw, see what I find.
I like.
Go on, carry on.
I just like the way he did it, and also with the owners, they I like with the owners and with the and Gordon Elliott does normally tend to have a few winners at Cheltenham, even though he has a few stinkers. But I think I'm sure he'll have a few winners this year. This Cheltenham Festival, and I think
it's looking at the form figures. It's a horse moving in the right direction,
and I think it's tailor made for him. Bows on Fire. That's my go on then.
Considering all of the rubbish I spoke about, Nichols, Tutti Quanti. Obviously, won a few weeks back off top weight, 6th or 5th in the Supreme last year.
Yeah,
cannot remember. Again, don't get me wrong. I know I go on a bit. It was, if people do their looking into it, it was a big way off of that. But again,
and he trounced them in the William.
Absolutely.
The William
trounced them off of top weight as well, carrying 12 stone, whatever as well, and that with. Couple that with course form, he's clearly like you just
12
said.
stone, 15 lengths,
Exactly. There's a horse on the progression.
But can you take that form from that Newbury run? Because there was a lot of strange results with on the heavy conditions at Newbury.
But then again,
you know what I mean?
We're sat here now and it's been raining this morning, so there isn't a guarantee that it's not going to be heavy at Cheltenham.
Yeah.
At this rate,
I'm just saying, picking up that form.
No, you've got 100%. You've got the way it's been.
A few of them horses never ran their up to their mark or up to their in that particular race in the William Hill.
They didn't, but then again, if we look at the weather this week as well, it's meant to be raining. Well, that only gives us 14 days till the Cheltenham Festival. And unfortunately, if that doesn't get any drier, there are going to be horses that can run on heavy that are going to get overlooked just because they are. They're not the style that horses.
We
know a lot of. We know we're expecting a lot of horses that can't run on heavy. John Bond can do it on soft, but can't run on heavy. I'm not saying he's a world beater this by any chance. Don't get me wrong. I just think this is quite an open field.
Yeah, I was going to say it is very open.
When you've got a favourite at the moment going off at 7-1, you can be a bit braver. Do you know what I mean? Because you just got to have a look. So. But I do agree with Bowens on Fire going the right way. Again, like you say, I started a joke second behind him. But for me, Tutti Quanti.
Interesting to say, as you said, there's quite a lot in there.
Really. The Lagadang colours.
I'm obsessed.
Like I say, you can scroll down and find quite a few. Say, at the moment, Mullins got a hat for winter. Do you know what I mean? So, it's an interesting one. As you say, it's, Stormheart there for Mullins in the Giggins Town. And Zidane, which a lot of people was quite sweet on. And
Zidane this is what I mean. Where's he going? Exactly.
Right, next on that one.
Interesting one, that one. Right, okay, so next we're looking at the Albert Bartlett then.
The potato race.
Oh, yeah.
The sack race.
Yeah.
Jamie likes.
Loads of chips and they'll be smashing them up, mashing them up.
Right, go on then, Jamie. Start us off on the sack race.
With the potato race, there will be a lot of chip on their shoulders, and it'll be Legendary Luke for Jamie Snowden. Had 3 runs under his belt, stepping up in trip will help him. Won 2 mile 4. Fosslas beating G-Force Flyer by 1.5 lengths. That was on desperate ground, but then he won he won on the figure of 8 track of Fontwell, beating Mango, and then on the Cheltenham track he could help him. And I think I know he's going to be in the deep end of this particular race, but I know he's in this Albert Bartlett, and I think Legendary Luke, if he gets entered, if he gets there, and it'll be an each way selection for me. Legendary Luke.
What about
you? I don't know. Hopefully he's in there. There you go. 66. There you go.
Clickety click. So he's obviously got to make the frame. Well, I'm just looking at it here. You've got obviously Dr. Steinberg leads the way. Will be likely running elsewhere. No drama this end. Third favourite running elsewhere. So this race is going to open up again to massive interpretation. Mullins clearly throwing as many darts as he's got at it. But I do think, what one was it? Sortado was the one that I was looking at. 14 in the black and white quarters. Black and yellow quarters. Sorry, again, it's going to have to step up in trip, predominantly looking like a 2 mile, 2.5. But again, there's going to be a lot in this race that are going to be like that and needing to step up. Take away the 3 in the top of the betting, might go elsewhere. Look, he's not been out of the frame in his last 3. But the question mark is definitely going to be the step up in trip. and not gone around Cheltenham before. Obviously, makes squeaky bum time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sortado for me. I think for Mullins again, it's going to be. I know he has a run at Cheltenham, but got beat out of sight. Sorry. But I do think the step up will be needed. Seems to be going away in his races. So yeah, again,
I mean, I might
tricky race.
I mean, I might just throw something else. Even though I have mentioned Legendary Luke, just put it on the actual on the logo, but on the graphic. One is Cancini with Gordon Elliott, because he did pull one.
Yeah.
He pulled him out in one particular race, and he's put him in. He's entered for the Albert Bartlett, so that'll be one for mentioned for the video as well. He's looking at 16-1.
Yeah.
So that would be a good.
Again, a lot of these
price.
will shorten when the few that are in the top of the betting come out and go elsewhere, which we know they're going to do. So.
Well, I'll just throw that one out there as well.
Yeah. No, that's my one though, Glenn. I'm sticking with Mullins on this one. It's been few and far between.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to see. I'll get a load to page so I can talk about more. But it's a bit slow. Well, I can tell you the name of the horse. It's called I'll Sort That. For Declan Quealy. It's won its last 4 races. And I'd like to back that up with more information, but at the moment I can't get the page load. Let me go back to my other notes. Yeah, it's been in good form. Tail end of last year, beginning this year, winning 4. And they've been over round about the 2 mile, 2 mile 4 distance.
So it's got to step up a bit.
So it's got to step up a bit, yeah. But I was just sort of a bit impressed with it, with the current run of form, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what really sort of, jumped out at me.
Well, it's always handy going into Cheltenham, isn't it, with a bit of form behind
it.
Confidence. Exactly the reason why they run Constitution Hill, isn't it? Because they wanted to get a little bit of momentum.
Again, in 20s, like a nice bit of price each way, maybe, or...
Well, this far in advance, especially with the fields like they are, you can try and find your winners. You can be as confident as you want, but you're best off going, right, well, where's value? Where's the value in maybe an each way double?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Yeah. When you're this far out there,
that's the thing with festivals. You've got to find value.
Of course you do. Of course you do. But no, mate, you're right. 20-1, I think is a sort of price you'd want to look at. To be honest with you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on then to I suppose the biggest race of the festival.
Yes.
Really, the Gold Cup. Who do we like then, Neds?
Jukebox Man.
Jukebox Man.
Yeah. Cheerio.
So you tell me. I'll start it. I said him was my one to watch. When we sat round this table the beginning of October, end of September, I said I'd like him to get a nice run in before the King George, a nice win at the King George, and then go on to Gold Cup.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and Ben have been chatting. He listened. That's the route he's taken. But obviously, I think we all know that's the hope that they were going to do. It's just gone all to plan, hasn't it? Look, when you come over the last in the King George on Boxing Day, and you have 5 going at it, just 4 then go on a little bit further, and he, within strides of coming third, manages to find enough to just keep battling away against some bloody good horses. I mean, you're talking Banbridge, which is an old last year's King George winner anyway. Gaelic Warrior, we know is no mug. And Django Bay, who stayed on for 4th. So, look, he's got the ability. He's got the... Look, he can win at Cheltenham. He's a stayer in his own abilities. He's a very good jumper. Like
a lot of people saying he might not stay the trip, but...
He'll stay the trip. He went on further in the King George. He actually came back for more. If they would have carried on going, if the finish line's a few more strides, he actually probably wins by half a length, not a nose. Because actually, when they were coming up to the line, he was the only one that found. The reason he won is because he found more.
Yeah, he found a bit more.
Not that the others were paddling. I mean, elite horses at that point. But he found more to get to the line. Whether he would have found enough to carry on going a few furlongs is irrelevant. He didn't need to.
No.
He gives me the native river vibes. If he goes out in front and you let him jump you, he can jump at pace.
Yeah.
So he can win a race and jump him into submission. He's a bit of a gritty one as well when he needs to. He can fight back. So just to touch on a couple of the others, Galloping would be nice, I guess. Swan Song got to be at this point, but I think too old.
I mean, I was chatting to one of my friends yesterday, about Hattie Kalors. He went Hattie Kalors for me. I said, well, he's a national hunt for me. I don't think he'll
run well.
He'll run well if it's soft and all that.
Rebecca Curtis is very confident,
but me personally, I think he's a national hunt horse. National Grand National horse. I mean, Django Bay could be the joker of the pack because he's won at Cheltenham and he can stay up the hill. I would say Galloping Deschamps, like you say. I think a 10-year-old or 10-year-old, I don't think so. He'll be there or thereabouts. Factor File, he'll be the main danger if he goes.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even talking about him at this point.
And last year's Gold Cup winner.
I know the way you're thinking.
The wheels have just absolutely fallen off.
Mm-hmm.
The Grey Dawning, not too sure on that one, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
But I can see it'll be. I can see Django Bay, the jukebox man. I'll say Hattie Kalors would be up there. Speller's Town. If it goes a little bit soft, but I'd say the jukebox man. I was impressive with his jumping at Haydock, and then he carried it forward to the King George, and that was a fantastic race. All four of them with Gaelic Warrior, Django Bay, Banbridge and things like that. Yeah, I mean it was. Yeah. I think the jukebox man for me.
Fair enough. Well,
Joker will be Django Bay.
Well, I mean, look, we haven't touched on Factor File. That's just purely off of the fact that we don't know yet. Still,
yeah.
But I think he's pretty adamant he will do. When he will,
he'll be the main danger.
He'll be
the main danger. And JP always wants to have a Gold Cup. Like I say, you know what I'm thinking. The wheels have just fallen off.
Yeah.
For me, but what do you think, Ben?
Jukebox man, but
I fully English.
We got full English.
I think it might just be our year sort of thing, from that point of view,
Yeah.
Like you say, the way he won last time showed that he had the determination 100%. To win a race like that. And there's not too much that scares me, in all honesty.
No.
Really.
You could, if you were a jukebox fan in the backer, you could go into this.
He needs
regardless of the Factor File situation. With confidence.
He doesn't have to be up with the pace, but he can be in the middle. But one is the most important thing is the two fences in the home straight in the beginning, which is quite important because then you got a rhythm, you get the momentum going. I'm not a jockey or anything like that, but you need that particular, you need that horse to get his feet going, find where he's the right place, and get into the right momentum.
Yeah.
Is there going to be another Irish? You got that? Who's that? Noel Mead horse that won the Savills.
What Affordable Fury.
But big price, 40-1. Could he swing a surprise? Don't know. And you got Iron Maximus.
Yeah,
he could be. That could be a prep for the Grand National. I think he is in the Grand National. So, but he's no mug. He can get into the places. If bookies might do 5 places, he could be in the top 5.
Yeah. Well, that's if enough run, isn't
it? Yeah. But there you go. Yeah, jukebox man. All 3. I'm hoping that Mark would agree as well.
Well,
Mark, he'll just choose Constitution.
Right.
Well,
anything?
That's the end of business from that point of view. Then, lads, is there anything else we want to do? Or we want to talk about?
Nap,
next best and lay.
Yeah. Right.
Go on, England. Get your graphics ready for this one.
Nat, Old Park Star. Lay. I don't know, who was you talking about for the Arkle? I can't remember now.
Marsborough.
No, not for the... That was for the Queen Muffin, wasn't it?
Was it? Sorry.
Who was the favourite?
Oh, Kopek and La Lumba.
Yeah. So I think La Lumba, won't we?
Cool.
And then what was it? So who did you say?
Nat, next best and lay.
Oh, next best. Kopek, next best, to be honest.
Okay. Ooh. Jamie?
Nap is Old Park Star.
Oh, you're both starting on from the first
race.
Yeah.
Lay will be co-back the boards. I am going to be irritating cheeky debate.
Yeah.
And then next best will be one outside the box for the Fred Winter, Winston Jr. And I'm going to put an extra one, Dark Horse, Magnanese. She's in a few races, and I think she could do something each way in them.
Oh, well, I'll give you my dark horse will be that I'll sort it out. The one that I can't find the information on. It won't seem to load the page for some reason.
Fair enough. So we're chucking a dark horse.
Yeah, we're chucking a dark horse.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So my nap is Mighty Park in the Turners.
Right.
My next best will be Nurse Susan in the Coral Cup, because can't not have those colours. Lay Tiafoe, because I laid it last year. I'm going to go again. I just don't see winning that one. And Dark Horse that we've thrown in there. Dark Horse in. Do you know Dark Horse that I'm going to throw in there for an each way shout? Nick Rocket in the Gold Cup, 40-1. I think if Mullins chooses to go down that route, I think he's a proven stayer. I think if we're chucking a Dark Horse in there,
he could be up there.
I would have thought you would have gone Flooring Porter Dark Horse.
No, see, because I've already touched on that race in TFO, so I thought I'm going to spread it about. Nick Rocket.
Okay.
But
right. Well, there you have it. That is days 3 and 4 in the bag. Hopefully, you've enjoyed listening to us waffle on.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, you'll have your own opinions. Do let us know what you think. Give us a like and subscribe and follow. Do all the good stuff.
Also mention it mention it on TikTok as well, and we could be going live on TikTok.
Keep an eye out for TikTok. We are going to try and do a bit more, as we spoke about earlier on today. But we will be doing some lives from the venue where we're staying. Very, very nice venue. Too nice for us, if I'm completely honest. But really looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll have lots of winners. Hopefully you find lots of winners. Maybe you like some of the horses we liked, and maybe you think we've missed some. So let us know.
Let the battle commence.
Yeah, exactly. So have a good afternoon, everybody.
We'll see you
later.
Bye bye.